Hi there, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Gardener. I'm your host, Jennifer Ebling. It's the 10th of April. Just when you thought you had winter beat, you thought wrong. Surprise! Unpredictable weather, dicey temperatures. Gardeners need resilience. If spring's arrival is dashing your hope, start to look for the survivors in your garden, in your neighborhood, driving around your city. How about on your social media feed? Every spring, no matter the conditions, there are successes. Hardy daffodils, forsythia, lungwort, snowdrops, magnolias. Look for the plants that survive and thrive despite the challenges of spring. Plant more of those plants. Find joy in those plants. Improve your resiliency by mirroring the resilience of your garden. Here are today's brevities. Born today in 1854, the extraordinary floral still life painter and teacher Mary Hiester Reid. Born in Pennsylvania, Mary Augusta Hiester met George Reid, who was 6 years younger than her, at the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts during school sketching trips. George later recalled that the trips were not only great for art's sake, but they also gave him the chance to be with, quote, the beautiful Mary Hiester on their expeditions. After that, they often worked together. And that winter, Mary invited George to accompany her back home for a weekend of sketching on the Schuylkill River. Their fates were sealed together when they were married in 1885. Both artists, the Reids, spent every summer from 1891 to 1916 at Onteora, a private literary and artistic club founded by American artist Candace Wheeler in the Catskill Mountains near Tannersville, New York. They spent their time painting and teaching. Their studio accommodated up to 10 students, some of whom came from as far away as Toronto. A self-adopted Canadian who loved Canada, Reid was very humble. In 1910, a reviewer wrote in the Globe, "Nothing can tempt her to talk about her pictures." Her painting Hollyhocks is a personal favorite. Google it, check it out, it's great. Reid was the preeminent female artist of Canada when she died. She was celebrated for her, quote, study and interpretation of nature in those aspects that appealed most to her. Glimpses of spring, autumn woodlands, moonlit vistas, gorgeously colorful gardens, lovely skies, divinely tinted ends of evening, and countless flowers in the fields. In 1922, a year after her death, Reid was the first female to be featured with a solo exhibition at the Art Gallery of Toronto. When she died, she willed her husband George to her friend and rival, the younger painter and printmaker 24 years her junior, Mary Evelyn Wrench. It's the birthday of landscape architect David F. Darrell, a semi-retired Harford County landscape architect. Darrell was born and raised in Claymont, Delaware, on his family's farm. Some of his commissions included the Prayer Garden at Greater Baltimore Medical Center, the Largo Animal Preserve in Prince George's County, and the Little Lithuania Park near Holland's Market, among others. He also designed courtyards and tennis courts. His wife Edna said, "David came into my life in August 2006. I was looking for someone to create a new garden. I looked in the yellow pages and 5 people came to interview. There was something about him. He studied the plants with big, gentle hands. He trimmed and shaped them. He was hired on the spot." David Darrell died of brain cancer in 2015. Here's a memorial poem for Mary Hiester Reid, written by Canadian newspaperman and a native son of Scotland, Duncan Sutherland Macorquodale. It was reprinted in 1921 in the 9th volume of the Canadian Theosophist. If you listen, you'll catch a reference to Wychwood. The Reid's house, Upland Cottage, was located in Wychwood Park, an artist's enclave of 60 homes tucked away in a private ravine setting atop the rolling wooded hills of the Davenport Ridge in Toronto. Here's a poem for Mary Hiester Reid. Free from the thrall called life, palette and brush laid down, off with achievement strife, donned in the immortal's crown. Yet hovers she near, 'neath the witchwood tree. This the roses she painted tell to me. Knelt not to gods of dress, knew naught of gossip's blight. Lived she to work and bless, this was her heart's delight. And the smile of welcome to all she gave would fashion a knight from the meanest slave. Queen both of roses and hearts, her mortal course well run. Hers both the good and the better parts, Martha and Mary in one. Still reigns she here, while there her body lies. The good, the pure, the noble, never dies. Today's book is The Garden Awakening, Designs to Nurture Our Land and Ourselves by Mary Reynolds. Mary Reynolds is an award-winning garden designer. It's a step-by-step manual to creating a garden in harmony, addressing not only what the gardener wants, but also asking what the land wants to become. I love Mary's book because she draws on old Irish ways and methods of working with the land. Today's chore is a reminder that April is the perfect time to prune grapevines, remove dead vines, guide your vines along trellis, arbors, or fences, and now's a great time to repair those support structures as well. For today's sweet story, the first Arbor Day in the United States was observed in treeless Nebraska on this day in 1872. It was established for the state of Nebraska by the Honorable J. Sterling Morton. Later, he became the Secretary of Agriculture. The most memorable statistic from that very first Arbor Day is that 1 million trees were planted in Nebraska on that day in 1872, the very first Arbor Day in the United States. Thanks for listening to The Daily Gardener, and remember, for a happy, healthy life, garden every day. The Daily Gardener is produced weekdays in lovely Maple Grove, Minnesota. You can find complete show notes over at thedailygardener.org. And be sure to share the show with your garden friends. You can find The Daily Gardener on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And while you're over at Facebook, don't forget to join the Daily Gardener community. Just search for The Daily Gardener Community on Facebook and request to join. And finally, a special thank you to my team at Podfly Productions, where my editor is Eric Begay.